All right, so are you ready to go deep into .com secrets?
Always ready for a good deep dive.
You've shared quite a few excerpts from Russell Brunson's book with us.
Yeah,
Seems like you're really interested in those sales funnels, huh?
definitely. Those strategic pathways that Brunson talks about.
Right, guiding customers towards buying.
Exactly.
And who isn't a little bit intrigued by the whole potato guns and wrestling coaches connection to building $1 million business, right?
It's a pretty wild combination.
That's what we'll be unpacking today.
Sounds good.
It's interesting how Brunson uses these like seemingly unrelated stories
Yeah,
to get across these really powerful marketing principles.
he's a great storyteller. Makes it really engaging.
Yeah, and he emphasizes that it's not about like these quick tricks or anything.
Right.
It's about building a sustainable system, something that works long term.
Absolutely. It's about the long game.
So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
What exactly are sales funnels?
I like to think of them like a maze
Okay.
that gently leads visitors to the treasure, right?
And the treasure is
Your product.
the product. Okay.
And each step in the maze, it should offer value, build trust, move the customer closer to that aha moment.
That aha moment being,
Hey, I need this.
I need this. All right, yeah, that makes sense.
It's all about creating a customer journey that feels natural, helpful, not pushy,
Okay.
anticipating their needs, addressing their concerns, and guiding them towards a solution that, well, happens to be what you're selling.
I see. Very clever.
Yeah.
One thing that really stood out to me from the sections you highlighted
Mm.
is Brunson's emphasis on knowing your dream client
It's fundamental,
Yeah.
even before creating a product.
before creating a product, really.
Absolutely.
I did notice in your notes you've been having a bit of trouble attracting the right clients.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle.
So this whole idea of focusing on your ideal customer first,
I think it could be a game changer.
that could really help.
Yep.
Because, I mean, you could have the most amazing product in the world, right?
Doesn't matter if it's not for the right people,
Right.
if it's not solving the right problem.
You're not going to sell it.
Exactly.
He uses a really clever analogy, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
The dentist who offers a free teeth cleaning
Classic.
gets people in the door right.
It's the men.
Initial bait, but it doesn't stop there.
Right.
After the cleaning, the dentist might say, hey, you know, your teeth could be a bit brighter.
The upsell.
Offer custom whitening trays, yeah.
There it is, the value ladder.
This is showcasing his value ladder concept.
Offering progressively higher value products or services.
Like that classic upsell strategy.
Exactly, but it's more strategic, value-driven,
I see.
much more than just a simple upsell.
And the great thing about the value ladder is it's adaptable.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
all sorts of businesses.
Works across the board.
He shows how it works, yeah.
Like with his chiropractor friend.
Okay.
Learn to expand his offerings
Beyond just adjustment.
beyond just the adjustments, yeah. Added things like nutritional counseling, specialized treatments.
So he's not just a chiropractor anymore.
He's a holistic health provider.
Wow. Oh,
That's the value ladder in action.
And then there's that story about the Olympic wrestler
Oh, that's a good one.
who learned chiropractic adjustments from YouTube.
You can learn anything on YouTube these days.
I know, right? Hilarious example of how expertise can be packaged differently.
Different levels on the value ladder.
At different levels, right. I wonder if his patients knew.
That he learned from YouTube?
Yeah.
Probably not.
It highlights how the internet has just completely changed things.
Revolutionized how we learn and how we share expertise.
And this leads us to another one of Brunson's key insights.
Okay.
The internet's power to unite people with shared interests, forming these online congregations.
Your target audiences.
Essentially, yeah. I love how you use the analogy of those high school card game groups.
I remember those.
Connecting globally online now. It used to be limited by geography, right?
Your reach was so much smaller.
But now you can connect with people all over the world.
People who are passionate about the same things.
I mean, for you, this means you can easily find your own target congregations
Exactly.
using things like Google and Facebook groups.
Gold mines for finding your ideal customers.
Speaking of finding customers, Brunson really hits hard on the importance of understanding the 3 types of traffic.
All right.
Traffic you control,
Okay.
traffic you don't control,
Got it.
and traffic you own.
A holy grail.
His ultimate goal, converting as much traffic as possible into owned traffic, building that loyal audience.
The people you can connect with directly.
It's like renting an apartment versus owning a house.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Right. Much more control. Stability when you own your traffic.
Absolutely.
So traffic you control, that's essentially paid advertising. Facebook ads, Google ads, banner ads.
You're directing the flow.
But you're also at the mercy of, well, the platform's algorithms.
And costs.
Right, and costs.
It's a trade-off.
And then traffic you don't control. That's like referrals, social media mentions, guest posts.
Fantastic when it happens.
But unpredictable.
You can't rely on it.
No. And then there's traffic you own in.
Tell me more.
Your email list.
The people who've raised their hands.
Yes, I'm interested. Building an email list, it's like cultivating your own fertile ground.
For growing your business.
For growing your business, exactly.
Now, one of the things that makes Brunson so unique, I think, is this whole concept of the attractive character.
Okay.
It's not about, like, being physically attractive or anything.
Okay, so what is it about?
It's about crafting a persona, one that people want to follow.
Like your brand story.
But with personality.
No personality.
Right. Think of it as the human side of your brand.
Brunson talks about his own experience.
Yeah.
Accidentally attracting all these male athletes.
The wrestling stories.
The wrestling stories, just by sharing them.
It's amazing how these little details, things that seem irrelevant, can really draw in a specific audience.
He accidentally tapped into a niche.
Just by being himself.
Just by being himself, that's great. And he breaks down the attractive character into 3 elements.
Okay.
Backstory, speaking in parables, and being a polarizing figure.
Compelling backstory doesn't have to be your own.
It doesn't.
Nope. Brunson uses stories from his students or clients, like the one about selling potato guns.
Potato guns, right.
As long as it connects to the product or service you offer.
I see. It's all about making that connection.
Exactly.
And then speaking in parables, that's using stories to illustrate your points.
Makes them memorable.
Brunson's a master at that. Like, remember that story about his wrestling coach?
Taking all his money for a training video.
Yeah. I mean, it's unexpected, funny, and it definitely sticks with you.
He uses humor and storytelling to drive home important lessons.
Makes them more engaging, for sure.
Way more memorable.
And then the idea of being a polarizing figure. Don't be afraid to have strong opinions.
You're not going to please everyone.
Because it creates engagement. Strengthens your connection with those who agree with you.
Exactly. Like Howard Stern.
Love him or hate him, people are definitely listening.
Exactly. So it begs the question, what kind of attractive character are you?
That's a good question.
Brunson outlines a few different archetypes.
Okay.
The leader, the adventurer, or the reluctant hero.
Mm-hmm.
Which one resonates most with you and your brand?
I'm going to have to think about that one. Now, before we move on, let's talk about the soap opera sequence.
Oh, yeah, the emails.
This specific email sequence Brunson uses to keep readers hooked. Almost like cliffhangers in your favorite show.
Keep them coming back for more.
Wants subscribers eager to open that next email.
He's a master storyteller.
And this sequence is a perfect example of how he uses that narrative.
To build anticipation.
And position his product as the solution.
Exactly.
And I love the Seinfeld pitch he uses to illustrate this.
The show about nothing.
A show about nothing. And it worked. It's such a clever example. Teasing information, keeping the audience guessing.
So effective.
Incredibly effective.
It's all about piquing their curiosity, leaving them wanting more.
Brunson doesn't just talk the talk, does he?
No, he walks the walk.
He created his own Ignite program.
For high-level entrepreneurs.
For high-level entrepreneurs, right.
Yeah.
Focused on rapid revenue growth,
Mm-hmm.
emphasizing personal connections, mentorship, things you can't get from a book. Sounds like something you might be interested in exploring down the line.
Definitely something to consider, especially with my goals of scaling the business.
Making those high-level connections.
Yeah, exactly.
He even throws out a playful challenge in the book. Anyone with a golf product, hit me up.
He's got a blueprint ready.
He's got a killer blueprint just waiting to be used.
I love that.
Keeps the tone light, engaging.
Even when talking about serious business strategies.
And speaking of strategies, Brunson lays out 7 proven funnel blueprints in the book.
Cheat sheets for success.
Cheat sheets for success. We'll dive into those in more detail later, but let's highlight a few.
That might be relevant to you.
Based on what you shared.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's dig into these 7 proven funnel blueprints
On the book.
that Brunson lays out in .com Secrets.
Yeah.
It's like having this toolbox, right?
I like that.
Full of these pre-designed frameworks ready to be adapted for your business,
He gives us the nuts and bolts.
for your products.
Exactly.
He really doesn't leave us hanging with just concepts.
Nope.
And
You're right.
before we jump into the individual funnels,
Yeah.
it's important to understand what he calls the 7 phases of a funnel.
Right.
He breaks down the customer journey into these like distinct stages.
Stepping stones.
Each phase, yeah, like stepping stones guiding the customer toward a purchase.
Makes it much easier to visualize.
Now, this reminds me of something you mentioned in your notes. Feeling stuck at a certain point in your sales process?
Oh, yeah.
Understanding these phases could help you pinpoint where things are getting snagged.
Optimize that specific state.
Optimize, yeah, boost conversion.
It's like having a roadmap so you can see the entire journey. Make sure each step is leading smoothly to the next. The first phase is all about attracting traffic.
Okay.
Getting people into your funnel.
Okay, so this is where your marketing efforts come in.
Exactly. Paid advertising, social media, content marketing, collaborations.
And Brunson really emphasizes attracting the right kind of traffic.
Hurry.
No point wasting time and money on people who aren't a good fit, right?
Exactly. It's like inviting people to a party who aren't interested in the theme.
Okay.
You want the right people in the room.
Once you have traffic flowing in,
Through the funnel,
next phase is capturing those leads.
getting their contact info.
So this is usually done through an opt-in form, where you offer something valuable in exchange for their email address.
A lead magnet.
This is where having a compelling lead magnet is so important.
Like offering a tasty appetizer
Okay.
to entice them to stay for the main course.
So it needs to be something
Both irresistible.
that your ideal customer can't resist.
What's up?
Then comes the pre-framing phase. We touched on this earlier with the attractive character.
Yeah.
But here Brunson goes deeper.
Shows how to use storytelling, testimonials, authority positioning,
All to build
credibility, and trust.
so that when you present your offer,
It's received in the best possible light.
it's like setting the stage before the main act.
Creating the atmosphere, getting the audience primed.
Okay. And that leads into the fourth phase, presenting your offer.
Your moment to shine.
Explain why your product or service is the solution to their problem. Brunson really stresses clarity, conciseness, focusing on the benefits.
Not just the features.
Right. It's not just about what your product is. It's about what it does for the customer.
What problem does it solve? How does it make their life better?
Now, not everyone will be immediately convinced, right?
Of course not.
That's where the fifth phase comes in. Handling objections.
Always objections.
Some people will have doubts.
Mm-hmm.
Concerns. He provides strategies for addressing those common objections. Overcoming resistance.
It's like having a cheat sheet
Okay.
for those tricky questions. You're prepared.
Instead of being caught off guard,
Exactly. And once you've addressed their concerns,
you move to the close.
sixth phase.
As for the sale, make it easy for them to buy. Brunson even provides different closing techniques.
Depending on the situation.
He also talks about following up with those who don't buy right away.
Right. Not everyone is ready to commit on the first try.
A well-timed follow-up.
Can make all the difference.
Nurturing those relationships,
Show them you genuinely want to help.
even if they don't buy right away.
Exactly.
And finally,
The seventh phase.
delivering your product or service.
The grand finale.
Brunson stresses the importance of exceeding expectations, creating a wow experience.
Turn customers into raving fans.
Solidify those relationships.
Build loyalty.
A positive delivery experience.
It can turn a one-time buyer into a repeat customer, even an advocate for your brand.
All right, now let's dive into those specific funnel blueprints.
Yeah.
Remember, Brunson provides 7 proven frameworks, each tailored for different business types, different products.
It's like a menu of options.
You mentioned wanting to quickly grow your email list, right?
Yeah, that's a top priority.
Brunson says if that's your goal, the 2-step funnel is your go-to.
Also known as the free plus shipping funnel.
Free plus shipping.
Simple but effective.
Remember that 108 split test winners book example?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
He offered the book for free,
Just ask people to cover shipping.
and he ended up generating an average of $66 in immediate revenue per customer
From upsells alone.
from upsells alone. That's the power of a well-structured funnel. You're not just giving away something for free.
You're strategically leading them towards a purchase.
Now, if you're offering something that needs a bit more explanation,
A higher price point.
a higher price point, yeah. Brunson suggests the sales letter funnel,
The longer sales page.
like the ones you see for online courses or coaching programs.
Exact.
And he provides a helpful script.
The star story solution.
Star Story Solution
Classic.
to guide you through crafting a compelling sales letter. This could be particularly useful for that high-end consulting service you're developing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Walk potential clients through the problem. Showcase your expertise as the solution. Persuade them to choose you. Then, for those who love webinars, Brunson lays out the perfect webinar funnel. And really, who doesn't love a good webinar these days? Webinars are a fantastic way to connect with your audience in real time, create that sense of urgency, excitement, which can lead to those higher conversions. And he explains how to structure your webinar for maximum impact using the stack, a technique for building anticipation, keeping people engaged by revealing secrets, valuable information throughout the presentation.
It's like creating a mini event, a learning experience that leaves them wanting more and more likely to buy from you.
And then for those who are really feeling bold, there's the Invisible Funnel webinar.
Where you charge people to attend.
Charge people.
I know, it sounds crazy.
It sounds counterintuitive.
It works. Brunson generated thousands of dollars just from ticket sales.
Just from ticket sale.
A brilliant strategy for pre-qualifying your audience, attracting only those who are serious. A great option if you're offering high-ticket coaching or consulting, like you are.
He also provides blueprints for product launch funnels. Perfect for building hype around a new product release. Continuity funnels for creating those subscription-based products for ongoing revenue. And high-ticket, 3-step application funnels, which are incredibly effective for filtering out those unqualified leads, attracting those high-end clients you're looking for.
It's like having a custom-designed blueprint.
For each stage of business growth.
Exactly.
Now, I know building all of this might seem
Overwhelming.
especially if technology isn't your strong suit.
I'm not exactly a tech whiz.
But Brunson has a solution for that, too.
Does he?
He created a software called ClickFunnels,
ClickFunnels, I've heard of that.
specifically designed to make building these funnels easy.
Even if you have no coding experience.
Even if you have no coding experience, he walks you through it step by step,
Sounds pretty user-friendly.
showing you exactly how to use ClickFunnels to create each of those 7 funnel blueprints. It's like having a virtual assistant,
Handling all the technical details.
so you can focus on what you do best.
Connecting with my audience, sharing my expertise.
And he offers a free trial, so you can test it out, see how easy it is.
I might have to check that out.
So we've covered those 7 phases of a funnel, dived into those proven funnel blueprints. Now, are you ready to explore the world of traffic generation? Let's talk traffic.
Yeah.
You can have the most beautiful funnel in the world, but
If nobody's going through it,
if no one's walking through it,
it's pointless.
it's not doing you much good.
Like a shop with no customers.
And Brunson says there are really only 3 types of traffic you need to understand.
3 types.
Traffic you control,
Mhm.
traffic you don't control,
And
the golden ticket, traffic you own.
Right.
And remember, the goal
The ultimate goal,
is to convert as much of that traffic
as possible,
into owned traffic.
your loyal subscribers.
People who want to hear from you,
That gives you stability.
predictability that you don't get from other sources.
Absolutely.
So let's break each type down, starting with traffic you control.
Paid advertising.
This is where the paid advertising comes in. Yeah.
Facebook ads.
Things of Facebook ads,
Google ads.
Google ads, banner ads,
You're putting your message right in front of them.
in front of a specific audience, right?
Like that.
You don't technically own this traffic,
True.
but you have a lot of control over who sees it.
You can target demographics,
Interests,
behaviors.
even people who visited your website before.
It's powerful stuff.
So you're essentially renting space on these platforms to reach potential customers.
To get their attention.
You mentioned exploring Facebook ads in your notes.
I have.
This could be a really valuable avenue for you.
Definitely worth looking into.
Brunson gives some really good tips
For what?
for getting the most out of your budget.
Making sure you're not just wasting money.
On ads that aren't working,
Testing is key.
he emphasizes testing, different platforms, different ad formats
To see what works.
to see what works best for you.
For your business,
It's like running a science experiment.
you got to find the right formula.
Now, traffic you don't control, that's a bit trickier.
How so?
It comes from sources you don't directly manage.
Like what?
Social media mentions, blog comments, guest posts,
Word of mouth referrals.
even those word-of-mouth referrals,
Unpredictable, but powerful.
This type of traffic can be really powerful, but unpredictable
Why powerful?
because it comes with built-in trust.
Ah, I see.
You're more likely to check out a website or product if you hear about it from a friend
A trusted source.
or someone you admire,
Right. A recommendation.
like a personal recommendation.
Much more persuasive than an ad.
Brunson talks about building relationships with influencers.
Thought leaders.
In your niche, finding creative ways to get featured,
On podcasts, blogs.
online communities,
You want to be where your ideal customer is.
hanging out already.
But like I said, unpredictable.
Can't rely on it.
No, but it can be a fantastic supplement
To your other efforts.
to your other efforts, yeah.
What about traffic you do own?
That's the email list,
The gold mine.
the heart of your online business.
You're not at the mercy of algorithms.
Or the winds of social media
It's a direct line.
to your most engaged audience.
They've raised their hands.
They've said, yes, I want to hear from you.
You mentioned struggling to grow your list.
I have.
Brunson offers some great strategies.
Like what?
Compelling lead magnets.
Making it easy for people to sign up. Exactly. It's all about providing consistent value.
Exclusive content.
Making them feel special.
Making them feel like they're part of something.
A community.
Now, Brunson doesn't just talk about these types of traffic in isolation.
No.
He says they work together,
Like pieces of a puzzle.
creating a powerful ecosystem for your business.
The traffic ecosystem.
He encourages you to diversify your traffic sources.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That way, if one source dips,
You've got others.
you've got others to keep things flowing.
Smart.
He also talks about tracking your traffic sources,
Measuring results.
so you can see what's working, what needs tweaking,
Like a detective.
following the clues to see where your customers are coming from.
How they're interacting with your content.
It's a data-driven approach.
To make your efforts more effective.
So we've covered a lot of ground today
We have
in this deep dive into DotCom Secrets.
a lot of great insights.
We explored sales funnels, dream clients, types of traffic
And those proven funnel blueprints.
that you can start implementing right away.
Lots to think about.
We touched on some powerful psychological principles too.
The why behind the what.
Understanding how people make decisions, what motivates them to buy.
It's all connected.
We hope you found this deep dive insightful.
And inspiring.
Remember, the knowledge and strategies,
Are just tools.
the true power lies in taking action.
Putting these principles into practice.
So go out there, experiment, find what works best for you.
Create something amazing.
We're excited to see what you achieve.